Hello, friends. Call me atheist here. And the topic that I want to discuss today is I've heard a lot of theists say to me that atheists were never religious. I think that's a misconception. Now, before I can dive into this topic, I want to just lay it out what is a religious person. How does somebody qualify as a religious person? I just read it on the internet and I think this is the right definition. The religious person is the one who believes in a god and follow a certain religion. If you are in Sikh religion, for example, then a person goes to Gurudwara, he follows all the Sikh protocols and stuff. If you're a Hindu, you go to the temple, you pray at certain times. If you're a Muslim, you have to pray, 5 times a day. So yeah, they all can be qualified as a religious people. Basic requirement for being a religious person is just going to the temple and believing in God, really. Now, growing up in a cosmopolitan city, my parents always encouraged me to believe in God. Our neighbors were Muslim, they were Christian, they were Sikh, they were Hindu. So I kind of grew up liking every religion. I didn't have the whole baggage of what religious people do and how strong their belief is. I just thought everybody's cool because I celebrated Christmas, I celebrated Eid, I celebrated Gurpurab, and I also celebrated Diwali. So for me, every festival was a holiday. So I used to think they were all cool. I did my prayers, I used to visit temples, I used to bow down. I never even stole jandals from outside of Mandir. I even went to Vaishno Devi. Now Vaishno Devi is a trek of about 12-13 kilometers by foot. So you go there and it is a shrine where you can see statues that are considered as Vaishno Devi. I went there. It's a tough trek. There are thieves in Vaishno Devi. When me and my cousin went there, my cousin's wallet got stolen. I know there were a family of people who came there and then their 25,000 rupees got stolen. I'm talking like 10-11 years ago, and that was a big money back then. I still think 25,000 is not a small chunk of change, but it was a big money 11 years ago or so. So I used to do things which I would think qualifies me to be a religious person. So I think I truly used to believe. I really believed that there was a God, and in some aspects I really wish there was a God, but my skeptical thinking does not let me think that anymore, because I kind of want to believe, because sometimes things don't go according to the plan. Sometimes you feel down, sometimes you feel low. A simple example, if when a girl leaves you, or you're trying to build a house but things aren't working well, when your friends are down, it impacts you a lot, right? And you really want to believe a God, because again, it's just been drilled down into you. Like whenever you're under some sort of stress, then God is the only way. And now I think there is no prerequisite that I have to read the scriptures to be religious. But when I'm an atheist, quite a lot of people say I should. The reason for my believing in the God were not the scriptures. And I think for a lot of people who are religious and believe in a God, I don't think scriptures are the reason. I think a lot of people believe in God because they're just brought up that way. It depends on where you're born, right? So if you're born in, say, somewhere in the up north, then you're most likely to be Hindu or Sikh or Muslim. If you go in the middle, then there's a separate religion. In a different state, it's like a different religion. In a different country, it's a different religion. You can just look at the world's map and you should be able to point out which religion is more dominant there. I'm sure you can do your own research. And because I never read the scriptures, maybe that's why I can look at it critically. For some people, it's really hard to look at critically because they just really think it's the word of God. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to promote skeptical thinking. If you think skeptically about your beliefs, then do you find them rational? If your beliefs are not rational, then why are you believing it? I know for some political parties or for some people, it actually helps them with their wealth. But really, just think about it, the impacts, the negative impacts it's causing on your family and the society. All that upay karana, it's just madness. Coming back to the point I wanted to discuss is atheists were never religious. Well, to whoever said that to me, I think they're bogus. They don't know what they're talking about. So ask me next time that if I was religious. And for that matter, ask any atheist if they were ever religious. Most of them you'll find were actually religious. And then make your decisions. So let's just ponder on this topic. Let's just think about it. And you can call me atheist.